Hello there. Today we're going to talk about addition rules. The reason I call them rules is because logically they always occur in the same manner. And no matter how you try, you cannot break these rules. So let's get started. First, rule 1. If you're adding two numbers and they have the same sign, add and keep the sign. For example, if I'm adding -10 plus -4, 10 plus 4 is 14, and the sign that they have together, the same sign, is a negative, so it would be -14. Let's look at that rule again. Using 13 plus 5. Both of these numbers are positive. If I add 13 and 5, I get 18. Because both of the signs are positive, my sign, keep the sign, would be a positive 18. Rule number 2. If you are adding two numbers that have different signs, subtract the smaller from the larger and keep the sign of the larger. Now, you can also say that for rule 1, because the signs are both positive or both negative, the sign of the larger is the sign that you keep. But here it is utmost important that you realize that after I subtract the smaller from the larger, what's left over is whatever the larger number sign is, positive or negative. For example, I want to add -10 to 7, or 7 to -10. Following our rule, 10 minus 7 is 3, and because the sign on the 10 is negative, what's left over is -3. Let's look at that again. Suppose we want to add 8 plus -3. In this case, if I multiply that positive times the negative of the 3, I end up with a negative. So what you'll see sometimes is 8 minus 3 is what we're actually saying, because the rule says subtract the smaller from the larger. So 8 minus 3 is 5. The sign on the 3 is positive, so we're looking at positive 5. These rules are really simple. They're intuitive. You've been working with them all your life since you learned to add. But they will come into play when we combine like terms or when we're doing solving equations. Algebra has a lot of rules that are born from our basic math. This has been Mr. Ellis's addition rules for integrated math.